Everybody, it's Mike Young, lifestyle nutritionist. Welcome to chapter 149 of my book, Live to 150. Whew. Okay, this has been over a year in the making. I'm down to this and one more chapter. This chapter is on intentional communities. If you've ever visited our website with aPlantBasedDiet.org, I'm a lifestyle nutritionist with aPlantBasedDiet.org, you may have seen that we have a tab called Intentional Communities. And I would highly recommend you go click on there and do it right now, actually, or right after you finish watching this chapter. This is kind of like a hack or a way to help you with this lifestyle. Now, I am recording this chapter here in late September 2022. I can tell you for the last couple of weeks, I've been feeling the seasonal affective disorder starting to set in. I just feel not as energetic as I have in the past. The sun, in the northern hemisphere here of the United States is starting to pull back towards the equator. We're getting less sun every day. The days are shorter. The sun is less intense. It's the amount of light just isn't there. And that affects my energy. And I think it does everyone's too. I think that we're just not really in tune with that right now, with the type of lifestyles people lead. However, that kind of leads into what I'm talking about with intentional communities. Now, we are involved with a couple intentional communities right now while I record this video. One, they're both in Ecuador, which is right around the equator. And one is Terra Frutis, one is Fruit Haven. Now, basically, these are private communities that you have to apply to get into. All right. They're not just going to take anybody because, if we're dealing with longevity and longevity habits and living organic and mostly whole plant lifestyle, a lot of raw foods or mostly raw foods, where are you going to find that? Where are you going to find large groups of people that do anything like this? Now, if you're in a major city, okay, no matter where you are, major city, you may find like a handful of people that fit that description. Maybe. How often would you be able to meet with them? Not very often. Maybe, I don't know, once a month. Once a week might be a little, I don't know, once a month, once every couple months. People have busy lives. They got a lot of stuff going on. And in most cases, this isn't the major priority of their life. This lifestyle is not it for them. It's like their career, their house, their family unit, other things. Everything's breaking. Gotta go get it fixed. People don't have time for this stuff. But wouldn't it be amazing if you could gather people together that are of like mind in the ways that I've mentioned, and you could, if they wanted to, get into a community that's actually affordable, where people are living this lifestyle 24/7. That's the idea behind the intentional communities, because and I know this is mostly psychological. And even if I tell you everything, which I have told you pretty much everything, the chances of you doing it are very slim, because you have all of society going against you right now, pretty much, except for these intentional communities. These are kind of like an oasis, right? Of people that are wanting or recognizing how important this is, and they want to actually go out and do it and help each other to do it. So that's what it is. And let me tell you, it's affordable. People are growing their own food. I've talked about growing your own food here in the book. That's what they're doing there in an organic, chemical-free way. They're getting most of the food from the land. These projects have hundreds and hundreds of acres on them each. And yes, they're not totally self-sufficient at this time, but they're close. And you can find a lot of these people who are in these communities on the internet. I did. And that's actually how people got together. I talked about the internet earlier, how it can be used in a beneficial way, which I highly recommend, as opposed to the way that most people use it, that is not beneficial at all. But some folks have had the foresight to do that back in early 2010s and have started these communities that have been around for a while now too. So there's quite a few people involved. And I highly recommend just go to our website, aPlantBasedDiet.org, click on the Intentional Communities tab, click on Terra Frutis, click on Fruit Haven. We even have land for sale actually right now in Fruit Haven. It's very inexpensive. You can get like an 1.5 acre parcel for a couple of $1,000s. Okay, that's how inexpensive it is. You got to be willing to live off grid on that property, because we don't have any grid electric lines going up there, but people do. I mean, we talked about minimizing things, or I'm sorry, I forgot the term now. My life is so complicated. I forgot about. Anyway, it'll come to me at some point during this chapter. You basically want to get rid of as many things that you don't need and just keep the important ones. Minimalism. I was close. Minimalism. All right. So a lot of people, or if not most people, almost everybody does practice that. It's a totally different lifestyle. It's a lifestyle in accordance with the way that I describe in this book and that others have also described is optimal for humans, human health, human relationships, human existence, existence of the planet. You can go on and on and on. There are so many benefits. Everything benefits. There's been a lot of thought put into these projects, and I highly recommend you check them out. Even if you don't end up doing anything with them, maybe somebody else you know will be interested and you share them with them. That's what I think. And have you guys ever heard of intentional communities? Let me know down in the comments. And which ones? Have you heard of ones in addition to what I'm talking to you about with Terra Fruitus and Fruit Haven? Let me know in the comments. And you can find Terra Fruitus and Fruit Haven also just by going on your favorite search engine and looking at that. But please go to our website; it's even better, because we operate as a nonprofit. I'm giving you this book for free, and you can always give us money if you want it. We're a 501c3 nonprofit. Also, giving's on the website, and also if you ever buy anything from Jeff Bezos at Amazon.com, you can first always click through our website, click on giving and scroll down and click through Amazon Smiles. We will actually get some money. So this is awesome. And any money we get is basically reinvested back into projects like these or other kind of cutting edge things on the fruit knife, the produce knife type of thing. So just be aware of that. I mean, because hopefully I've introduced you in this book to so many new concepts, so many new ideas, so many new projects like these that are going on that you didn't even know about. And that's the whole point. Get that knowledge out there, and then maybe you'll develop something too. Maybe you'll be a member of Fruit Haven or Terra Fruitus in the future, because Denise and I are just finishing up our house over there. It should be done within the next couple months. And of course, they have Amazon Fruit Festival. I think I mentioned that earlier in the book, every single year in January. So join us there. You get to see our house, and you get to take a nice trip and see what the community's like too. And we will hopefully open up that house for rent as well when it's not event season in January, because every year is when they have that. And it's in the Amazon rainforest in Ecuador. It's close. It's like the headwaters of the Amazon River. So that's all I got for you in this chapter. Hopefully it's been exciting for you and introduced you to some new ideas, new paths that your life could take. And this is great. Like I said, if you want support of like minds, like I talk about in the book, you become like the 5 people you hang around with the most, but you're gonna have no problem complying. You're gonna have no problem living the life you want if you're in these communities. Think about it. How are you going to do anything different? And actually, they have been known to kick people out if they do things different. So just keep that in mind too. But nobody wants that in those communities. Like I said, they're private, and they're there to help people who want to help each other. Once people start to stray from the lifestyle, then that's when it becomes a problem, and really it impacts everyone on a negative basis. Just look at the rest of society. I mean, literally almost all society is against you if you're trying to live your life in this manner right now. So you know what I'm talking about. The last thing you want to do is go to an intentional community and have somebody influencing you like that as well. So anyway, it's very well managed. I can vouch for that. And it's a great opportunity not only for you, but for all of humanity, because this will help to spread the message. I think more and more people will take up these type of lifestyle in the near future. And this is going to be a way that, like I've talked about in the book, where we're going to show people how to do it. Not just tell them, but show them. And it's awesome because actually the one missing link from these intentional communities, if you ask me, and this is how you're watching this, is you have reliable high-speed internet, right? If you're watching this, I mean, unless you put me down to the lowest resolution possible and turn your screen off so it's only the audio streaming, I guess you do that. But that's something that is coming to Terra Fruitus and Fruit Haven any day now. I'm guessing within 6 to 8 months. I'm on the Starlink waiting list for high-speed internet anywhere, and I will have that dish down there in the community. So it's going to be a game changer. It's going to be a totally different world when that happens. So I'm very much looking forward to it. Like you know from listening to me in my book so far, I'm very optimistic about the future, and I'm glad that you are joining me here with me and others who are of like mind, and just kind of pushing this all forward into the future, because future generations are going to be the ones that really benefit, not us, because we're such a minority and such pioneers right now, but future generations. And it'll be great. So thank you so much. Be sure to like the video, subscribe, and of course share with others, and I'll see you in the next and final chapter. Bye-bye.